We are finally here, part 3, and this is the last of the videos, not gonna lie. I'm trying to make this as long and as simple as I can. So, we arrive to Hollow Bastion. Now, we show up here, the same place where Riku was, those weird floating icicles, those bubbles, this waterfall. We get introduced to the Beast, which is pretty dope. We can either have him in our party. Now, you'll see later on why we need him, but from here we carry on forth. We catch up with Riku. Now, the Beast is talking to him, saying, "Hey man, where's Belle? Where's my sweetheart? All of that, sweet shit." And then from here, Riku just annihilates him outright. It's like, "Nah, man, step back. She's busy right now, bro." And Sora is seeing this, and it's like, "Hey man, we gotta intervene. This is bad. What are we doing? Come on, man. Like, let's try to help out this dude. Let's try to find the princesses. Let's stop the darkness." And then Riku comes in being like, "Yeah, there can only be like one Keyblade master, not two." Proceeds to grab the Keyblade from Sora from sheer willpower, like sheer will and sheer determination. Just like, "Nah, man, this Keyblade's mine. Take this wooden sword that we had on Destiny Island. This is yours now." Now, both Donald and Goofy fucking ditch him, bro. These are the two fakest motherfuckers in the entire game. I was downright shocked seeing this because I'm like, no way, bro. They actually ditched Sora for this villain because I understand their mission. It's like, all right, we gotta follow the Keyblade, we gotta follow him to get to Mickey. It's like, bro, you're gonna ditch your boy? And so from here, we follow the Beast, and he's by far the strongest, ally that you can have. Well, one, it's a literal, werewolf beast monster, so it's kind of a given. And also, I try to see if you can actually, get other Keyblades. No, dude, he just takes that from you. That Keyblade was like the main focus point. Like all your other, like, Keyblades and stuff, your other materials that you had with it are just gone. Now, you do get your items and stuff, but primarily your Keyblade's gone. All your other Keyblades are gone as well. It's like just stripped of everything, and you're just stuck with the wooden sword, and you have to fight all these monsters. Now, because you don't have like any good materials, or you don't have like strong enough items, because you can't really fight the darkness with just a wooden sword. You need your Keyblade. It's very much difficult to defeat them, so you need to rely on the Beast. But from here, we travel around the castle, go through the entire area. I like to make sure I don't like leave any secrets. There's like underground paths that you need the Beast specifically for, because he can break through by his charging attack. But from here, you run into both Riku, these bums, bro. Man, I don't like Donald nor Goofy after this anymore, because how can you like side with them? Goofy, he comes back around. He comes back around. It's like, "Hey man, this is wrong. Let's come over here." But Donald, bro, man. But after some brief negotiation, we see that Donald switches over back to Sora's side, and Sora, with the power of like believing in himself, Naruto activity, proceeds to take back the Keyblade and says, "Hey man, friends give me my power." And I gotta say, the voice acting in this is really good. Like overall, it's one of my favorite games to play. I know it's a bit older. I know there's like other games out there, but overall, it's my like hearing this back in like let's say PS2 era. Very good. I really enjoy it. I think as well, like the original voice actor for Wendy and Alice in Wonderland is actually in here as well, which is super cool.
Your heart? What good will that weak little thing do for you?
Although my heart may be weak, it's not alone. It's grown with each new experience, and it's found a home with all the friends I've made. I've become part of their heart just as they've become a part of mine. And if they think of me now and then, if they don't forget me, then our hearts will be one. I don't need a weapon. My friends are my power.
Comes to boss battle against Riku. Now, overall, we just absolutely bully him. I'm surprised I didn't die at all during this, because I'm like, wait, what's going to happen? Because I kind of got used to the spells overall. Arrow, goaded. But once we defeat Riku, he is both confused and overall embarrassed, because I would be too, man. Imagine trying to be like, "Hey, man, I can take this Keyblade. You can't have it back. It is what it is. You don't have to determination." And it's like, "Nah, man. Friends of my power. Give me that shit back real quick." And proceeds to get his ass whooped. But from here, he runs away. Beast catches up to us. Now, we can't add him to the party, but overall, I like having both Donald and Goofy, unfortunately, in my party, because, it is the main three. But man, fuck him. Just, how you gonna abandon me for a dude that you just met, what, like 2 minutes ago? Now, I understand, like, the mission overall is to find King Mickey, but come on, man. But now we have to open this door. You have to find 4 components for it. You basically pop spells within this room. As you see Riku talking to the mysterious stranger we saw back on Destiny Island. Now, I'm doing this in post. There is a boss battle that you can fight against someone called a nobody. I'm getting whooped right now, not gonna lie.
It held no terror for you. Plunge deeper into the darkness, and your heart will grow even stronger.
What should I do?
It's really quite simple. Open yourself to the darkness. That is all. Let your heart, your being, become darkness itself.
As we see Riku receiving the power of darkness, which I don't know what's going to happen here, but he looks very, very familiar to Vanitas from Birth by Sleep. I see where the parallels are coming from now. But from here, we run into Maleficent, and we have a boss battle with her. And I gotta say, it took me 3 attempts. I'm getting better, man. I'm getting better. Well, also, there's a cutscene that plays before you fight Maleficent, and apparently Riku gets his own, like, Keyblade that can open the world to darkness. Instead of, like, sealing it, he just opens the worlds back up, which is really cool as a concept. I'm like, wait, so there's 2 Keyblade masters. Now, I'm wondering if, what's her name? Kairi is also one as well, but I'm not sure. After we defeat Maleficent, we see her retreating back to Riku. Riku both encountering Maleficent and us is like, hey, what's going on? Maleficent struggling, being like, man, I need more power. I wouldn't have been defeated like this. And Riku, pulling out his Keyblade, is like, all right, bet. Proceeds to stab her, imbuing her with darkness energy, dude. And then her dragon form appears. We have to defeat that, which it's the same weakness for Birth by Sleep. It's just, you gotta aim for her head. But at the same time, it's a lot more difficult because she's just big. There's no bridge or anything. It's just a big arena. She casts fireballs. She spins her tail. She floats in midair. She hits these like ground pound moves with like shock waves. It's very, for me, it took me about 15 attempts. All right, I'm gonna be real. It took me 15 attempts because I was trying to dodge everything. I'm trying to make sure like I don't get too blasted by the fireballs and everything, man. It was a little bit difficult. I had fun playing against the boss, but my goodness, man, it took a minute. Also, so sorry about this, but after you defeat Maleficent, you have a boss battle against Riku. It's just a one-on-one. Both Donald and Goofy are separated from you, and you also get to see the other princesses from Alice in Wonderland, Belle, Aurora, Snow White, so on and so forth. You get to see all of them. And once you defeat Riku, Sora is like, hey man, we need to return these hearts. We have to stop. We have to seal away this entire door before darkness starts getting into our world and consumes everything. But having to take the sacrifice, he puts the Keyblade to his heart, releases all 7 of the hearts, and returns it back to the princesses, resulting in him being turned into a darkness creature. And from here, we do like a little mini game segment of him just like running around and just falling behind Goofy and Donald. I don't know how this is possible. I really don't know. I get you. If you don't have heart, you would turn into a darkness. But I didn't think you would become sentient. And then once we catch up with both Donald, also Riku gets taken away into the portal. At the same time, Kairi wakes up, sees like, oh my goodness, what happened? My heart was always with Sora, so I guess, I'm good now. But you play as this little shadow dude who is just Sora, is walking around, follows close behind him. Donald and Goofy about to like obliterate this poor innocent creature, aka Sora. And then with the power of friendship, Kairi's like, hey, come here. Thank you so much. I know this is you, Sora. With the power of friendship, hugs him, returns back to his normal body with the Keyblade. And from here, you go into the realm of the darkness. It's very weird. It's very interesting. But we have to leave Hollow Bastion. And with the help of Sid, helps us get our ship ready to go to the end of the world, which is the new world that's called because, Hollow Bastion, no good no more. We had to go into the actual darkness itself and defeat it. You fight some darkness monsters, which, my goodness, these shadow dudes with like the swords and stuff were difficult and annoying because you gotta, get an animation cancel them, you gotta stun lock them, all that, right? But at the same time, they put their swords down and go into like a wisp where you can't hit them at all. Super annoying. And I despise I despise these little hourglass, little floating dudes. They can burn in purgatory for all I care, because my goodness, man, why do they have to respawn old enemies? I don't get it. Once we're jumping through these portals, which if you couldn't tell, you got to go through portals, either get items or you can just walk right past them. I went through all the portals to make sure I wasn't missing any items, because hey, I like getting as many treasure chests as I can. And also, you get to see what worlds that are actually closed and that you sealed off, which is pretty nice because they will light up a different color. There was this green one, but that's like to the 100-acre woods, or I might be colorblind. I think that's blue, but nonetheless, you go inside these portals. You can save, get items, battle enemies. Super cool to grind and super cool to get stuff in them. But we run into our final and last aerial combat in the game, or at least I thought it was. And it's the colossal demon himself, Chernabog. I don't know how to say his name. If I butcher that, hey, leave a comment. Like the video first before you dislike it. But anyways, it's from Fantasia, which is pretty cool. One of my favorite animated movies of all time. I like the scene where he pulls up, sprouting his wings and stuff. Pretty dope stuff. Let's be real. But overall, not a bad boss battle. It just took me a minute. It took me 2 attempts, honestly, because I forgot about his firewall. And so I kind of got stuck as I was hitting a combo. And I kind of got stun locked and kept moving and hit. It just, dang, I died in like the worst way possible. But anyways, we move on to the worst part of the game for me, aside from Atlantica. This area took me 4.5 hours to beat. And I was terrified at the fact that I didn't want to restart the entire area. I didn't want to go back to the 100-acre wood forest where I saved previously, and I would have to refight this boss again. But I'm gonna just keep this brief. But oh my goodness, dude, this took entirely far too long. I'm over here on like 24 hours. I've been like up for the entire 24 hours just trying to beat this entire area because I did not want to lose progress. I did not want to cut back on time. I wanted to get through this as much as I can. But as you saw before, you eventually saw me fight this behemoth. You saw me customize the move sets between Donald and Goofy. This was the saving grace that I needed, because I don't know what happened, but the moment I popped this, the moment I switched a few things around, it actually worked. I actually been able to beat this within 7 minutes, because the flying creatures, the wing hourglasses where they constantly respawn. No, I couldn't. I was about to farm elixirs and stuff, but no, I just. Whoa! And now we're on to the final boss of the game. Now, I wish why didn't anyone tell me that this boss had 6 phases, bro? This boss, I think this is like the most phases I've had in like the entire game before. The most I've ever had like between a boss was like 3, if not 4. But 6 phases for a boss is absurd, bro. What the fuck? But no, we run into Ansem, and from here we just gotta fight him with Donald and Goofy. We get separated. We fight him solo. Now he does this weird arcadey bullshit where he puts his fucking shadow on you, and you have to press X or the action button at the right time. It get fucking held in place, or Ansem's gonna come over and fucking hit you with an electrical sphere, and then you're gonna get butchered, and then you're gonna get paralyzed because the shadow dude is just right there. It's insane. It's absurd. And then we move on to the flying section, and I wanted to punch my monitor, and I wanted to go personally to Square Enix and ask them, hey man, are you okay? Do you want a hug? Like, I'll be here, man, if you need anything, because this entire section took me another 3.5 hours. This is why I it took me 3 hours. That's why you see in the end of the gameplay, it took me like 40 hours to beat this game, because you have to fly around this entire area, dodging lasers, hitting them in the head, fight a little like 2 to 3 enemies before you can complete the first phase. The second phase, and they're on 4th, is super easy. It's absurdly easy. It's just the little laser sections at the very beginning of the game, or the boss battle for the flying section, is just super hard. And I'm just like, you know what? I just want to get this over with. This was a horrible boss battle. Only the first part. Everything else after that was pretty decent. But once we defeat Ansem, from there, he calls upon the darkness, but Sora coming in, giving the most iconic speech in the entirety of Kingdom Hearts, or one of them.
Darkness.
You're wrong. I know now, without a doubt. Kingdom Hearts is light.
But why?
Also, not gonna lie, hearing this for the first time, I was like, it's giving Dante speaking about Trish's death, being like, I won't let your dark soul fill with light. But from here, we also come to Riku attempting to help out Sora close the door to Kingdom Hearts. And from here, we catch Mickey Mouse, the goat, being like, yo, let's lock this bitch up. But, you know, Sora being a good friend, it's like, hey, we can't leave Riku. We gotta go find him. From there, they close the door. And then the ending plays out. I was very distraught because I'm like, there's no way to end the game here. Because you switch over to, like, you know, the cinematic cutscene. I gotta say, the early 2000, you know, 2000 to 2010 cutscenes, fucking goated. Sonic Unleashed will forever be goated as the best gaming cutscene ever. Alright, the intro of that. But from here, we see them, you know, be like, I'm gonna find you. It's like, I know you will. It fucking cuts to the fucking ending, bro. But no, I understand Kingdom Hearts fans when they say, man, we've had it rough. Because if imagine playing this back in like 2000, right, 2001, and then all of a sudden it just cuts to here, then you gotta wait 3 to 4 more years for the next game to come out on like the Game Boy Advance, right? And then it's just, at some point you're gonna crash out, and I understand that now. But from here, I wanted to do some cleaning up, so I went back to the Olympus Coliseum, cleared out all the cups. There's 2 of them that had question marks on them. They were weird. I didn't know what was happening, but one was the Hercules Cup. At the end, you fight Hercules. Pretty simple boss fight. Next up on the chopping block was a Hades Cup. So basically, you fight the previous bosses like Leon, Cloud as like a joint operation, which that took a minute. Not gonna lie, you fight Yuffie solo. Then near the end of it, you fight Hades himself, which is pretty cool. Kind of weird. He does like his fire spin and like Birth by Sleep, and then you fight the Rock Titan. And I'm like, wait, does that mean the other 2 question marks are the other 2 Titans? And I kind of was right. So I scroll down, I look at the Ice Titan, and I'm like, oh, cool. This is awesome. I wonder what the other Titan is. All right, so like, we're gonna boot up this 5 question mark. I already know the Ice Titan is right above it, so let's check this out. All right. Okay, cool. Sora's just in the arena. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, okay, cool. What the fuck is it? Is this Final Fantasy? All right. All right, cool. Cool. Okay, what's with the... Oh, shit. All right, so... what the fuck? What the fuck? This is... Okay. I deeply regret my decision now. I'll definitely post a video of me defeating Sephiroth in a later day, because trust me, I played against him like 3 times. I'm like, dang, this dude is tough. I am on my adventure 2 chain of memories, so I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that. Also, I forgot to mention as well, there's 2 additional cutscenes, and I kind of recorded myself reacting to this because after I played the game, I forgot most of the missions out the way. I want to get the true ending for it, and we are here now, and I'm just witnessing this again, and I'm like, dang, this dude has 2 Keyblades. It's in the real world. Is this Riku? I have no idea what's going on. This dude's looking for Sora. He's dual wielding. He's fighting off these darkness creatures. It's a lot, all right? It's very cool seeing all of this. Now, I don't know if this is Riku because he has like the blindfold on. He looks very similar. He has the white long hair. I might be wrong, but there. And then we go into like the little what's it called? The beach side from Birth by Sleep where Aqua was at. And now, is this Aqua? Is this someone else? Because the person's saying like, oh, Sora kind of looks like you, or you look like Sora. Like, are they the same person? Like, what I don't get. And then again, this dude's like actively fighting a bunch of darkness, dual wielding Keyblades, which kind of goated, this is based, honestly. And then he runs up the side of this building, attempting to fight the masked dude. I'm just calling him Riku, potentially, because like I said, he looks very similar to, because of the blindfold. At the same time, there's like these trench coat dudes. I want to call them like the trench coat initiators or something. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. There's a lot of things happening, and then it kind of cuts away to seeing Kyrie? Older? It's just a lot, man. Like so many moving components, it puts Kojima to shame, bro. Oh my goodness.